More than Otani.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the FB and Goop Show, where we don't mention the name Otani in that way. Sponsored by the Good Time Tavern of Livermore, California. I'm FB.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm the Goob.
How we doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty excellent, man. All things considered, busy December. We are going to talk about the NBA Cup a little bit. We are going to talk about, let's see here, who makes more money than Otani right now, which is
Yes.
crazy. But I
Yeah,
think
I
first,
think I agree.
but I think first we should get into the first ever 12 team college playoff bracket. It's set. It's go time. We've got 12 teams.
Definitely. We should definitely go with the first ever 12-team college football playoff ranking on the first day that I worked 12 hours for another human being in 20 years. That sounds perfect, actually. Let's do that. That just goes with the flow of the day. So,
It is 12 hours, 12 teams.
right?
It's pretty interesting. I think, well, right away, my first thoughts is Penn State has got the best draw that you could possibly imagine.
You deserve that, I guess, after letting the Big Ten down.
You know what? We just didn't realize how fast Oregon was until they had scored 28 points. And then by then it was too late. We made a valiant effort, I'll be honest.
You did
But it was
try.
20, like 28 nothing. We were like, damn, they all run 4-1. We should probably stop them from running those crossing routes in front of our 4 or 5 linebackers and just running for touchdowns.
Yeah. I mean, Ohio State played them well, and we just lost three. But but
Yeah,
they were I only reason I think we kept up with them is because we're also fast. You know what I
you're
mean?
fast.
So
You guys are
yeah.
fast too.
Yeah. So because they were kind of a juggernaut. So yeah, but I'm still very disappointed that a team from the Pac-10 came into the Big Ten in its first year and won the Big Ten when we
Your own,
only made
your own
fun of
fault.
we only made fun of the Pac-10 for years. We always kind of like the joke division, SEC, Big Ten. I mean, we don't. I mean, ACC's had a lot of great teams, so Pac-10 has always been kind of the joke. Cal Bears, Stanford, USC, UCLA.
They'll always
The,
have
the
Alabama.
the western north part has been very terrible for many years, from Oregon State to Washington State to, well, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Right until Phil Knight bought University of Oregon and put them all in track shoes, and they've been in championships for the last 10 years.
yeah, but they've never really won any of the champ. They always seem to get beat around. So I still always made fun of them, you know what I mean? So for them to come into the Big Ten and to
All right.
win it, hats off to the Oregon
Well,
Ducks.
well, your Buckeyes should have a chance in the actual Rose Bowl quarterfinals. If you beat Tennessee in the first round, you'll be able to make up for this
Doesn't
sad,
make up
sad
for
thing
them
with them.
winning the Big Ten, but I will take the victory to just let them know they're not quite yet the best.
Exactly.
And but losing to Michigan,
We're past that. We're past
I
that.
I know we're past that, but the Michigan wasn't even in the top 60, and I don't give a shit if we beat Tennessee. I don't care. I don't really care. Embarrassed by the Ohio State Buckeyes for not having the bye, for not playing Oregon in the championship, for losing to Michigan. I really am. I'm just embarrassed. So I don't right now. I'm not on the Ohio State bandwagon because they have let me down for the third year in a row. So,
Fantastic.
and then
Well, I
they've
hope
lost every playoff. They've gotten in and they've lost. It's kind of like, whatever.
fair enough.
I'll take the Sun Bowl. Let's win the Sun Bowl against Boston
Just go to the
College.
Sun Bowl and win that and take the rest of the year off. Get ready for next year.
Get ready for next year. See if we can't figure out a way to beat Ohio State. I'm done. Go on. I'm sorry. Bring your thing up. I'm still angry.
No, yeah, it's just nuts though. To win this, you realize these college teams have to win like 4 games. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Hold on. Leave
go
that there for just a minute. I want to see Clemson, Tennessee, Tennessee, Ohio State, SMU, Penn State, uh, Notre Dame. No,
Indiana.
Indiana, sorry. You know what? Not often you see it there.
You
So
never see Indiana there. That's
no,
true.
right. And it was like, is that not okay? Indiana. All right, so then it's ASU, Oregon, BSU, and Georgia. God, I love coming into that BSU one. Who gets that?
Penn State, baby.
Oh man.
No, I was telling you, we get SMU in the first round. The winner of that gets Boise State. And then most likely after that, we get a Georgia team with their backup quarterback. That's
Right,
that half of
because
the bracket. And then your half of the bracket
I thought the
is
backup
like
was the
Texas,
defensive.
Ohio State, and Oregon. So I'd say you've got three of the top teams in that half. So that makes that half dangerous and potentially early out for some of these big teams.
Yeah, other than SMU with a shocker over you, because don't count that out. Wouldn't that be interesting? SMU showing up with a shocker.
Well, it's possible, but they're basically like Oregon, except for nowhere near as good. So
Right.
I'll take that. We figured
Okay.
out Oregon. We've learned our lesson.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
got these guys.
Okay. Good enough. Um, you're not worried about that Gentry kid when you get there?
Oh, I mean, everyone should be.
Okay.
But do I think a one-dimensional Boise State team can beat Penn State?
No, I know. I'm just
I mean, I don't
I'm
think they
trying to I'm
will.
trying to make you think a little bit. I know. I know they
Nah,
can.
but I like these losses to Ohio State and Oregon. I mean,
The,
they all they do is
lo-
make you tougher, man.
they do, man. Losing to those two teams makes you a better team. It's funny, huh?
As long as you learn from it.
As long as you learn from it. I'm sure Franklin learns from it. So
Yeah.
you just hope the
No.
defensive coordinator learns from it. So what else? I mean, Georgia plays who?
Well, Georgia will get the winner of Indy, Anna, and Notre Dame, and they get to play in the Sugar Bowl, so they get home field for their little bye
Oh, is
week.
that in Atlanta?
I believe the Sugar is in New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty close. It's like the closest to a home game that we're going to get, unless you think Oregon's close
But
to Los
Georgia's,
Angeles.
like you said, once again, Georgia's got young Sean McCormick Payton playing, whatever the hell he's playing. It's not their quarterback. That dude's out, right, for the rest of the year.
Carson Beck is out for the year.
Yeah. I thought the are we not talking third string quarterback, or was it that Carson Beck came back in the game to hand the ball off while his other arm hung? Was that Carson Beck?
I did hear a story about that a quarterback doing that. I don't remember right now.
Okay, see, because think I remember watching that, and I thought that was the second string. Is it the second string quarterback injured too or
No,
not?
no, you're right. That was that game because they ended up winning that game with a one-armed quarterback.
So
Yeah,
see, so
that
they
was the
have
Georgia
no,
Texas game.
they have no, from what I think or understand, and my first 12-hour day, so I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I don't think they have a quarterback, first or second. I mean, of course they have a third and a fourth, but I
They
swear
got a
they had a
couple.
quarterback with the arm just hanging there, and he's still
They got
playing.
a couple weeks to like shoot him up with something.
I guess.
I
Okay,
guess.
so the Georgia thing is definitely interesting, and Georgia hasn't impressed me all year long. And if they don't have a quarterback, I don't think they win. I give that Notre Dame going into the
Nice.
Notre Dame's played very well the last 3 weeks. I mean, they've put up points and stopped the other teams. And I mean, yeah, I mean, they've looked better than I thought they would ever look. So they beat up USC pretty bad. We thought the games against, Navy or Army would be close. They were not close. They were blowouts.
Yeah. We were hoping they were going to be close, but
So
no.
if
Riley Leonard
Georgia,
has proven himself worthy.
yeah, I mean, if Georgia comes in with a hurt backup quarterback against a full head of steam Notre Dame,
I'll take Georgia.
I don't know. This might be the first year I take Notre Dame, just for how Georgia's played this year and where they're at going in,
Yeah. It's
situation they're in.
going to be interesting either way.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I'm interested. When does this all start again? What can you give me a date on this?
Yes, sir, I can. The 20th and 21st of December will be the first round. And then the second round slash quarterfinals is December 31st slash January 1st. So,
We
we
get
got
our
our New
bowl
Year's.
games when our bowl games are supposed to be on.
We still got our New Year's bowl games. Yeah. Yay!
Okay. Well, that's all I really wanted to know. I just kind of wanted to see since we have so many games to play. When do we start?
Yeah, we got like 10 days to wait, and then we got New Year's Day, and then a couple in January. Boom, championship.
Right. We'll have the semifinals, and
Right. I think it's the 10th and the 20th. It's like a Tuesday and a Saturday or something weird.
okay. Well, that's great. I'm in. All right. Well, that we know what's going on in football. So let's move on and talk about NBA. I mean, I'm ready. We know what's going on in college football. We're set.
Right. Yep. No, NBA
Um,
Cup's in full swing. We got the quarterfinals going on in that. Uh,
right.
Milwaukee Bucks, hottest team in basketball, possibly, or they're the first one to clinch, to get into
Nice.
the semis.
Knicks haven't even got there yet, right? We're tomorrow.
Knicks and Warriors both play Atlanta and nope, Houston, respectively, tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow is a big game for the Knicks and Dub.
Right.
Warriors are going for two in a row against Houston this week. That'll be a tough one.
Yeah, that will be a tough one because Houston's playing very well.
Yeah,
Starting to put a team together there in old Houston.
yeah.
Well, I
Kaminga had
mean,
a great game, 33 points. you, you notice Kaminga puts up 33 points, and now every single trade rumor in the NBA, Jimmy Butler to the Warriors, everyone from the Nets to the Warriors, and it's just like, all right, guys. So every time Kaminga has a good game, like trade rumors just get crazy.
I heard though that Butler also had Houston on that trade.
And Dallas,
And Dallas, was Dallas there too? I saw
yeah,
Houston.
he's got three teams that he wouldn't mind going to. That's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think I want Jimmy Butler. I'd rather go with I'm going with the strength in numbers. We're still running 11 in Golden State. I mean, we're obviously missing a piece, possibly. We just don't have probably enough size. It's hard to tell. But I'm going to go with the fact that even though we did beat Minnesota this week, we did beat Houston this week, great week. This all relies on Steph Curry being healthy. So let's be
Right.
honest. I mean, his 30 points and 8 assists were lovely to watch. I mean, just poetry in motion, all that kind of stuff. But will it last? We shall see. That's why I don't want another 35-year-old guy in our team. We need the 22-year-old Kaminga because we need him every game, day in, day out.
Right. Yeah. And when now, are you saying that when Kaminga puts up a big game, are you saying that trade rumors come up because now Kaminga is a trade value? Or is everybody just want to come now to the Warriors because Steph and Kaminga or are we trading Kaminga and getting Jimmy Butler?
Most likely, Kaminga's the piece going out, unless by some miracle we get package Wiggins, Podzemski, and picks.
And
Yeah, no,
keep Kaminga and I mean, I just don't understand what taking an old Butler does to go along with an old Steph and an old Draymond.
yeah, I mean that whole one last run thing doesn't hold water for me. We got to keep talent on the team. Kaminga's got to be around. A 1 year of improved Kaminga is probably just as good as Jimmy Butler if he keeps
Yeah.
improving the way he is.
Well, I mean, I think if we've learned anything, and I know it's a different sport and we're not supposed to talk about it, but I think if you've learned anything from the Green Bay Packers, that last dance bullshit can go right out the door. Devontae Adams went to the Raiders. Aaron Rodgers is a Jet, and the Packers moved on to Jordan Love. I went youth. It's all about youth and building the team and moving on. You can't hold on to these old farts and bring more old farts in. Look what they didn't. I mean, let's not talk about it now, but that didn't work for the Jets. That's all I'm saying.
Right. It's not working for the Sixers, although they've won a couple recently.
Sure, but it's not
No,
the end game. It's not going to win. The
no, it's
Jets, I mean, the Jets in that case, they're starting completely over. I'm sure the Sixers next year will be. I don't know. I mean, think about, do you keep Embiid if Embiid's a lazy fuckhole? You know what I mean? Do you keep him if it's rebuild time? Who are we keeping? We keeping the guy that never shows up on time and doesn't give a shit? Yeah. Okay.
no. If you're the Sixers, you keep nobody. We restart the process.
Again, we're going to
Yeah,
restart this process. This with the Sixers, this restart, we go with Ben Simmons, Williams, Mikhail Kyle, Fox Bridge. I mean, 900 players they took. And you were like first round draft pick, and then dumped them, got another one. But what happened to all the other ones they got? They dumped them. They
They
they Mikel Fultz or whatever that guy was took him with the first pick. Somebody else they took with the first pick, but and then not good enough, not good enough. Messed up again, messed up again. I'm just like, don't do this again, please. This is don't
yeah,
just go for the number one draft pick again. That was embarrassing. Everyone you took's not on your team except for Embiid.
it's funny. It's funny.
No, it's not. It's not funny. It's embarrassing. They should be
Okay.
embarrassed for themselves.
Yes.
All those guys are playing on other teams very well, except for Ben Simmons.
Right. And that's the 2 games he played. He rebounded the ball like a tall guy should.
What's that mean?
Yeah.
No, is that a dig at Carl Anthony Towns? Because it shouldn't be.
No, it shouldn't be.
He
But
just can't play defense. He gets rebounds.
how's good old Cat doing in New York these days?
Well, we're still in fourth place, and we're still
No closer to first. No closer to first, like we thought you might be.
still 4 or 5 games back from first. 4 games
Yeah.
maybe. But
Yeah.
that's still held by the Cavaliers, and I don't believe that to be true. So
Right.
I believe in the end, I believe the Celtics are still the cream of the crop, and
I think they're 1 game separated. Yeah, Cleveland and Boston are 1-1A.
I think when it happens, I think it'll happen fast.
All of a sudden, Boston will be up by 10 games.
Yeah, right. Boom. Well, what happened there? Celtics are up by 9.
Yeah. Celtics still continue to go 9-1 every time. And, well, the Cavs lost a few in a row.
Right. They went 5-5 2 weeks in a row.
Yep.
So,
Yeah,
so I
and it's
mean,
over.
I think it's just going to be a really quick thing. I think one moment it'll be Cavs still in first, and next moment Cavs will be in. I'm not saying they won't be in second, but I just think it'll be a quick change, and I think the Celtics go back to normal. So
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to doubt that the Celtics are just a bunch of studs.
yeah, and the Cavs will. I mean, I'm not taking away from the Cavs because this is a couple more years on those rookies they drafted 2 and 3 years ago, and they're just getting better. Garland, you know what I mean? That was good drafting. That was good drafting. The Cleveland Cavaliers drafted well. They got some good players that they could develop and make something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And the 76ers are second to last. And
oh no, they just passed Toronto too. They're like third to last.
Third to last. Awesome.
All
but
right.
they had the number 1 draft pick for 13 years in a row, it felt like. It really kind of just was that weird feeling of like, really again? So
yeah.
So good on the Cavs. Like I said, though, I think it changes fast. Thunder, we don't talk about them ever one time, but they have just held the lead in the West, the toughest division in all of the land. So I thought for 1 second before we moved on and we went into our great NBA or MLB spiel that we would just, give SGA and the boys just a little bit of love for holding on to just as the Cavs, but I think we expected the Thunder to hold on to it. And the Cavs have like, wow, they still got that over there. But I thought the Thunder was just going to run it the whole year. So far, so good for the Thunder. So
yeah, man, you're right. SGA 39 points today in a cup game. He decided there's no way you're beating us, Dallas. Even though Luka was like player of the week, Luka was putting up 30 and 13 and 13. That was pretty nuts. But yeah, SGA, they're doing it. They lost Chet Holmgren again.
I saw that.
So, I mean, they've been doing it without their main defensive little blocking shot piece in the middle. So, yeah, you got to give them props for staying on top, even despite a little bit of adversity.
Sure. Well, I think SGA is the real deal. If he should have maybe been closer last year. He probably should get it this year. I don't think you can bring Joker. I think they're all done. I think it's this kid's turn to be MVP.
I mean, you would think it would be. Joker's doing
Edwards is taking a couple steps back. I don't want to talk about Joker anymore. We said last year was his last chance.
He's doing Wilt types things. It's like mind-boggling what he's doing.
Yeah, but so is Luka. So I mean, Luka's in the same. He's doing some amazing stuff where he's at too. So I'm not giving these guys any more credit. They had their chance. It's time for Mr. SGA, the boy from Kentucky, to take his place in MVP lore. and let's move the hell on because I'm
Hey, I'm
just
rooting for him.
me. Me
Go
too.
SGA.
Go SGA. Well, as you said in the intro, somebody might be making more money than Shohei Ohtani.
It's mind blowing, right? Like, how could anyone be worth more than that guy?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's impossible. He's not
They
gonna
must like
he's
they
not
like.
gonna win 21 games pitching and hit 55 home runs. That guy shouldn't even be in the same fucking category as this guy.
No, it's pretty crazy, right?
If that guy has two bad, now let's think about this. If he has a slumping like Judge, if Judge was getting that money, wouldn't you be angry that Judge was getting that money for the slumps that Judge falls into?
I mean, I suppose so.
Sure.
I don't want to give anyone that much money, but
No,
yeah,
I know nobody, but now the door's been
Judge's
open and you can
Judge's
defer shit
325
forever.
seems more reasonable than $700 million for a guy that hasn't won anything yet. I mean, what's he gonna do in New York with the
Well,
Mets?
he's
Just
he's
like
26 years
be a
old.
bum.
He's gonna be a bum. That's what
He's
he's gonna
gonna be
be in
a
New York.
bum.
He's not gonna. The Mets aren't gonna turn around and win a World Series because they took Juan Soto. Because the Yankees were just in the World Series and they didn't win a World Series and they had Judge, Soto, Cashman. You know what I mean? So it's like Cole. They had a lot of good fucking things going on. It's
Sure.
the other team down the street that pays 600 million for one player, 900 million for the other player. They offered Soto the same amount of money. I heard Dodgers put in the same offer. He just went to the Mets.
They
They
just
might
picked a
have
team.
been $5 million less or something. You know what I mean? Like, nope, we're not. We'll give you 695. We're not fucking giving you the last five.
Hey, he's a Frankie Lindor fan. What are you gonna say?
What are you gonna say? So, but the Dodgers went out and made another couple moves, and they're I believe they're gonna. I've already told you, fingers crossed. I hope Teoscar Hernandez comes back. They're actually talking about now since they didn't get Soto, even though they didn't really try. Um, they're saying they're probably going to bring him back, and that's why 3 year deal, just 3 year deal. You know, 13 million a year, 10 million a year. Give him 30. That's right. He's
Yeah,
not
sure.
getting
No, I'd love to steal him from you. Is that what you said? Totally. Sounds good.
no, no. Just get him back. We picked up somebody else this week. Winfield
Michael
or
Conforto, ex-Giant.
yeah. So, but
Have fun.
he's
Have
an
fun with
aging.
him.
He's aging though, right?
Ah, yeah, he'll be a backup outfielder slash DH, whatever.
Sure. I thought we were
Yeah.
eyeballing. Didn't we pick up a pitcher too, a reliever?
You re-signed Blake Trinian. Good move there.
Oh, we did. Yeah, we re-signed our own little guy.
The other two moves that moved the needle, so to speak, the Yankees signed that lefty Max Fried from Atlanta for the most money ever paid to a left-handed pitcher.
That's what it was. Max Fried went. That's the pitcher I saw go. I just thought the Dodgers got him,
And
but
then the
we picked our
Giants
own.
signed Willie Adamus.
Yeah, you guys,
Willie.
you guys made some moves this week.
Yeah, we signed Willie. So we have a shortstop now. He played 161 games last year, hit some bombs. Hopefully that'll just kind of smooth everything out in the lineup.
Hey, what happened to the one game? Why didn't he play?
That's a good question. I have second. Why didn't Willie play that game? Oh, funeral. Anyway, have you frozen on me?
No, I haven't. There's somebody out front of my house walking around.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Hit pause. We'll come back to the video.
No, it's fine. I don't know what that was. You could talk for a second. I'm gonna see what that was.
Oh, sweet. Since we had so much more to talk about baseball, I will go ahead and tell everybody about Willie Adames. He's a ex-Milwaukee guy. He bats about 244 over his career. Hits more home runs than most shortstops. I really don't know a whole lot. I think it's fine. We got Chapman, Adames on the left-hand side for the Giants. We did lose we lost one of the guys to the Rockies. Esteban Esteves.
Hey, you know what? That was just one of my brethren delivering packages. So I just, to that man right there, I want to give a shout out. We got a little NHL, we got a little POW, but to that FedEx guy that just delivered the package at 10:20 on December 10th. I
He's
feel
our
your pain,
he's
brother.
our player of the week.
You know what? I'm gonna get there. Don't worry about that. So what you got for NHL, man? Because after this week at the post office, I don't have anything for NHL.
Right on, man. I watched a couple Penguins games this week. I told you last week we were playing the Rangers. We were playing Toronto. It was going to be a tough week, and it was a tough week. It was a tough week. We beat the Rangers, or we beat Toronto. We lost to the Rangers, and then we played today, which, if you were watching our short earlier, was not included. But Colorado beat the piss out of us. It was one of those too fast things, man. It was just like playing Oregon at Penn State. Fucking Colorado is just too fast for the Penguins. We just too
Too
old.
fast for the Penguins. Or the Penguins
But
are too old for Colorado.
my team of the week this week is the Los Angeles Kings. They're basically like the KKK of the NHL. Because Kings, Kopitar, and Kempe.
Oh, so they're
Now
not.
there's three Ks. They're not. Oh, they're not like any other weird organization that I don't know about.
I haven't been watching ESPN, but I didn't know if I watched the Kings game, but they all had like the white hats.
Oh no, they have. It looks like a strikeout thing. Everyone's got the Ks up. It's just
Oh,
strikeout.
okay. The
Yeah, I didn't.
strikeout Kings.
Yeah, I don't do the hat thing, but
No, all right, that's
just
good.
the Ks, all the Ks.
Bunch of white cone hats with two eye holes. What the fuck is going on?
Not sure that would fly in LA. LeBron, what you think?
Yeah, let's cut to LeBron. LeBron, so what do you think? Well,
Oh
listen,
man.
not awesome for the Kings. Panthers second place, I think right now. Not where I want them to be. I want them to be undefeated, but that's fine.
Yep, we're still early. People are fighting. We're still in second to last. The Penguins are, but hey, we're moving up. We're making everything closer. We're coming for you. Panthers coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just got done telling you we're too old and slow, and now I'm like super confident. Anyway,
I know, huh? I know we're too
yeah,
old and slow. I think we're gonna win the whole thing. How can you win the whole thing with the old slow team?
yeah.
What, are you
Someone
gonna
edit
get
that
Paul
out.
Newman to come on the team and help you out or something? Make a movie out of it?
What do we need salad dressing for?
We
That's
need
so weird.
salad dressing for, man. Who's this Paul Newman guy?
I think we're done with hockey.
You got any performers of the week?
I do. I was gonna go with Scotty Scheffler, but then I realized I didn't care about Scotty Scheffler. So I went with Joe Burrow because I can't wait to talk about football and how awesome Joe Burrow is. Joe Burrow is my hero.
All right.
For no
Well,
reason.
you know what I said?
Player of the
I've
week.
only ever, first time I've worked 12 hours for anybody. I put it in a short today, started that new job today. I
Nice
want
of
to give
you.
it to myself.
Again.
No, I'm not. I'm not because I worked with a bunch of people today at the post office, and apparently these people have been working 12 to 13 hours every goddamn day for the last 30 days. And my FedEx guy just delivered a package at 10:20 at night in California. So I am going to shout out to all those men and women out there trying to make sure all you selfish Amazon buying assholes get your fucking packages. I sorted 2,000 boxes into bins today and made sure I put a digital tag on each one of them so you guys knew that son of a bitch was on the way. So to all those guys out there, shout out to you, performers of the week for me. Performers of the probably next 3 months for me.
And if anyone knows any Postal Madness Anonymous groups, just link it down below just in case
So
that
I
tweet
got
goes a little
somewhere
nuts.
to go. I'm FB.
I'm the goob.
Peace.